Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Len.
Andy.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. I got a question for you.
Hmm.
Would you rather walk in on your parents doing it or have your parents walk in on you?
Oh, whoa.
We'll have Len's answer.
Ready? I have to choose?
We'll have Len's answer plus a new theme song
Ooh.
and then more other stuff on the other side of the theme song. So you ponder that, Len.
I think I'm ready.
Oh, you're ready? All right, let her
I
rip.
think I'd rather them walk in on me.
Yeah.
But let them be scarred.
Yeah, that makes
You know,
sense.
we're not gonna see anything. Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
great anyway. But I don't want to see that.
You
So
don't want to see that.
I would say,
That's a good answer.
Let them see.
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh,
All right.
who's there? Who's it?
All right, let's start the show.
It's me again.
I don't know. I just like throwing you up there.
I wondered.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Len.
That had a little hit me with your best shot in it.
You think so? Like
Maybe a tad.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. We're trying it out. We're throwing it again. We're just throwing stuff against the wall and seeing if it sticks.
Everything against the wall.
Everything. Welcome to episode 19 of the 19. So the next one is like a landmark.
That's wow. That went fast. I remember
19 episodes.
10. We were like, oh, 10.
And we were like, oh, we should have done something. We didn't do anything except for a show, which was special enough. But
you know, I was thinking about that the other day when you texted. I was thinking, would it be hard to do the show in the same room? I wonder, because we're kind of talking to each other. No, you don't think?
No, it wouldn't be that hard. It's just figuring out the setup, and how I would. I wouldn't use the program that we use now, but I would have to figure out the other program, which it wouldn't be that hard.
Costumes? Should we wear costumes?
No, absolutely costumes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that a gas pump?
This is a gas. It's actually a birdhouse.
Oh,
it looks like a gas pump. Yes.
What else could you do with the hole in that thing?
I was gonna. There's a famous meme about like a bunch of birdhouses, and they're like, all right, can you build me a little house for me to stick my dick in?
Oh yeah, that thing needs a perch.
I also have an old timey phone.
Oh yes, you could call for gas.
Except, I thought it was an old timey phone. And I look at the bottom, and it says Avon. Oh, turns out it's cologne.
Cologne. I remember the. Oh yeah.
Yes. Huh? Naked Baker Studio is starting to take shape. I also have a off camera. I have a little popcorn maker.
I see it peeking.
Purely for decoration.
Popped corn.
Getting fancy.
Corn. You know, I wonder why popped corn don't come out like corn. Because it's popped? Why?
That could be. That's a good question.
It's corn.
That's
easier digested, I suppose.
I guess. It's disappointing. It should come out. Like,
Why did the Green Giant ho ho ho?
He was jolly.
Santa Claus. Is that why he was jolly?
He was jolly. Yeah, he was jolly.
Ho ho ho. He was trying to rain on Santa's thunder, steal his thunder.
I think so.
Ho ho. A big green ho ho ho.
No.
Come up with something yourself, you idiot.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
He's back.
Oh yeah, I found him.
He did. You got an attic window above your head too.
It's not an attic window.
Or
a
basement window.
Yeah, and Kate running over the ceiling, and I have another one over there and over there. Got the pool table over here. My workout area over here. It's very unfinished, but this is the only man cave I'm going to get. I got 2. I'm going to have soon to have 2 daughters, a wife, a girl, dog. My unfinished dungeon of a man cave.
Get a locked door. You got a lock on the door?
No. I got to work on that.
There's
something trying to sell the pool table, but yeah, somebody could peek through the window. But, I have a 100-foot screen and projector. I have to figure out where that's going to go to, because that's coming out of my future daughter's room.
Straight in the garbage is where it needs to go, Andy.
Lenny. No, Lenny.
Yeah, it's time. It's time.
Well,
how was your week? How was your week, Big Daddy?
It was nothing special. Things get, this is the time of year working in a school where everything gets a little crazy, and not a lot changes for me because I work year round, but the people that leave at the end of next month they're starting to check out, and the kids are starting to get riled up, and yeah.
When is the last school? Next
June month? I want to say 20, somewhere in the 24th maybe.
Oh yeah
24th 25th, somewhere in there, and then I go to Florida after that for a week. So I have more Florida stuff too, so I mean
Andy. But
first, a new segment, and I forgot to do a graphic for it. Maybe I'll throw a graphic up post credits, but I have a new segment. Are you frozen? You're frozen.
Yep, I'm frozen and you're frozen.
We're all frozen. No, actually, you're the only one that's frozen.
Let's see.
Did you reboot?
I did. Come on. God.
Are you just telling the IT guy what he wants to hear?
Yes. No, we can. I was going to try to exit full screen. It still won't.
You are frozen.
I wonder why you freeze on my screen, but not yours.
I don't know.
See how astonished I am? I'm kind of like somewhat puzzled.
Yeah, at first I was like, "Wait, man, my story's not going over very well." Well, mine's not really into this at all.
Jesus, look at his face. Look at him. Look at him.
Hold on. Hi.
Be our show without. Oh.
Now the screen's black and you're back.
We should just end it there. We should just end it.
All right. Good night, everybody.
See you next week.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Yes.
We're back.
New segment. I'll throw the graphic up later. This is the interview portion of the show.
Oh.
Yes.
Yay.
Be prepared to be interviewed, Len. Hi. Okay, very thought-provoking questions. We're going to all get to know Lenny Bruce a little bit better.
Oh, boy.
In a zombie apocalypse, what would be your weapon of choice?
I'm not really into zombies, but don't you have to kill them
Doesn't
from the
matter
neck
if
up?
you're into it or not.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know enough about it.
It's something that kills the brain. So like a blade or a bullet or a club to the brain.
A club. See, a club would be funnier because you just give them a, you know, that would be the funnier route.
See, because a lot of people would choose a gun or something like that. That's a bad idea because it's an apocalypse. It's probably going to last for years. You're going to run out of ammo in like, yeah. So club.
I'd go the club route because that makes me laugh.
Perfect. That's what we're here for.
Especially if you got one kind of coming by unannounced and you see them, but they don't see you, and you give them, and you have to make noise. You have to make noise.
Oh yeah, you can't club. You can't club anything without going.
No.
Yeah.
Mhm. The club.
Good answer.
Mhm.
So if you could turn any activity into an Olympic sport, what would you have a good chance at winning a
Oh,
medal
wow.
for?
Ooh, any activity?
Any activity, champ.
Well, well, let's see here. I don't know. I try to come up with something funny, but
I would have thought that you would have yanked.
you know what? Why not? Gotta save that for the younger.
Yeah.
Like, no, he'll outlast the Energizer Bunny.
and they and they said that this was a young man's game. Look at him go.
Gonna pick any event. That's funny.
If you had to sing karaoke right now, what song would you pick?
The House of the Rising Sun.
All right, now let's hear it.
Let me get the snowball ready.
Yeah, hold on. Yep.
No.
Oh no, okay. I was giving you the stage.
Imagine if I belted it out, the long version.
You happen to have a guitar behind you. You're like, you played it to perfection.
Yeah, just strummed on it, bored everybody's. You betcha.
Just like,
Yeah.
I liked it better when they were having technical difficulties. Oh, let's see. What's the weirdest food that you've ever eaten?
Ooh. Weirdest food. Oh, I know one that I turned down, but the weirdest food?
Well, what did you turn down?
Maybe eel. I've had eel.
Oh, you've had eel.
It's basically
Nice.
a water snake. It's just basically
Yep.
what the. We had a party years ago, and this fella came, and his daughter lived in Korea, maybe one of them countries. And he had a little pop top can of like dried grubs or some kind of weird bug, and he's like, it's funny because if you're going to eat something disgusting sounding or looking, at least if it tastes good, you're onto something.
Sure.
You could brag that it tastes good. I know it sounds gross, but so I asked him, I'm like, what do they taste like? They don't really taste like anything.
What's the point? Yeah.
I'll
At
have
that
a glass
point,
of water. Yeah, I don't. Why eat a nasty bug if it's not going to taste good?
it doesn't taste like anything. So why, unless it has like some insane health value or something like,
Yeah.
oh, if you eat this, you'll get hard for a week.
Yeah, raise up now. Hey, still working.
Look at that.
But
That guy
yeah,
definitely had some grubs from Korea.
one more round. Chucking them down at the stoplight. Oh, keep them coming.
Good thing I turned this into an Olympic sport.
Oh. Yeah. About a little overtime. They tell you that you have to stop.
No.
That's enough.
No.
No. I've had my grubs and I'm going to go till I'm out.
You stop him when he finishes. Yeah.
Let him finish. You're a crowd pleaser.
Oh. We were talking about the video game where Mortal Kombat, where you fought him and then you had to finish him off.
Finish him, yeah.
They
Finish
would
him.
yell forcefully, "Finish him!"
Yes. I'm all cramped up, so somebody else has got to finish.
Tag you in. Finish him.
Hmm.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that end of that fight coming that way.
Contra.
Oh, let's see. So this is an interesting one.
Ooh.
How would you describe the color yellow to somebody that's blind?
Pee-pee. It's pee-pee.
That's naming something else that's yellow. And you need to drink more water.
Describe yellow.
I don't know how. No, I don't know how to answer that. You don't have to answer that. No, it's just a. you're contemplating this though. Like,
I was going through the colors, like, well, hot would be red. Like red. You put their hand in a blazing fire, like it's red.
Yellow could be spoiled, I guess. No, it's kind of green. I don't. I'm sorry.
Why, Andy?
I don't know. Why? All
Make
right.
some popcorn.
Yeah, sorry.
We'll wait.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
So, the room that you're in right now,
Mm-hmm.
how many basketballs could you fit in there?
I had to guess right off the top of my head. Ready? I would say 1,502.
Yes, that's correct.
I know.
Sorry.
I know the room. That's with the coats.
I snuck. Well, with the coats, of course. Yeah,
Mhm.
I snuck in and measured. Sorry.
Funny you say that. My brother wanted a picture blown up of his old cars, and we were down at Kinney's, and he's like asking the little Pete behind the counter had no clue, so he just kind of stood there and tried to make up answers. My brother's like, "What size is this? What size is this frame right here?" I go, "Take your link out and measure it." The kid just stood there like, "Well, if he's not, then you do it. You work here. Measure it. Is it an 8x10 or not?"
Turns out it's just like a thud. Why are you working here?
Whoa. Sick.
It's
That man's around medication, Andy. You're sick.
So is this giant dong.
Yep.
And
And you had company. You had company.
I had. Yep. Oh, so that's what I would have been there for that conversation if I hadn't had company.
Yeah. Yes. I ate an eel.
And you make love to your hand.
Yes, I have. Before I ate the eel.
Oh.
Oh,
You got to strengthen the hand up
to
grab that eel.
They're slippery, They're slippery.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you're sick.
Sorry.
Yes.
What would you do if you were the only survivor on a plane crash?
Go home.
I mean,
I'd
it depends.
walk home. I'd probably get one of these.
Yeah, walk. Depends. Are you the guy that had his shirt ripped off?
Yeah, what would you do? You're the only guy in a pile of rubble. Like, dust yourself off a tad and be like, "Well,
did you see that?
Man, oh man, where's my cell phone?" You find one unopened beer and give it.
I don't even drink anymore, but I earned it.
Yeah, just walk away. Just walk away. Dust yourself off. Don't wait for like any kind of rescue or anything. Just go.
Just go home.
Watch it on the news. Like,
Still looking for one of the survivors.
Yeah. Some asshole left the scene.
He took a shirt off one of the corpses because his got ripped off.
I got shit to do today. I just go book another flight.
Shit, I didn't even finish.
Where am I? Chicago?
This isn't where I was supposed to go.
Yeah, I'll complain for a refund. Like,
I had tickets to the Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, look at my shoes. What am I supposed to do with these now? I should have ate them other passengers. The young volleyball team got away with it. No, they weren't volleyball. What were they, like a rugby team or something?
Rugby. young volleyball team.
No wonder they ate each other. Shut me up, Philip. Shut me up. Ooh. Yes. I just want to tell everybody here, if we die in a plane crash, you have the right to eat me.
We're volleyball players.
Oh, yeah. What do you think we are, rugby players? I got my balls wrong before I spit it out.
Well, I mean, you think about it, rugby players are like the toughest people. So, like, they barely survived that. It's like having a plane full of bowlers. I know it because I am a bowler. It's going to be like...
Save your hands. Your hands. Save them. Tuck your face. Sit on your fingers.
These are my good bowling shoes.
Oh, them young bowlers.
Now, what would you do if you found a penguin in your freezer?
Dead or alive?
That was my first question when I read it. It was
Well,
dead. I'd honey?
Dead, I'd just be astonished. Like, why? Alive, I'd name him and invite him to dinner.
What would you name him?
Fredo.
Oh, the Godfather.
Fredo.
Yep.
Fredo. I'm like, eat it, you idiot.
I knew it was you, Fredo.
Get out of my house, Fredo.
If you were to open a restaurant, what kind of food would you serve? I know what kind of food I would expect you to serve. Because this man has some incredible barbecuing skills.
Probably cat food.
Yeah?
No.
Fancy Feast? Or meow mix?
Meow. Yeah, I would say barbecue or Italian. Yeah.
I'm not sure I've ever had your Italian. I like to eat barbecue with you because I can see you preparing it.
Yeah.
Italian, I don't know what you're doing to it, and I don't trust you.
Shut and lock that door, will you? You don't want to be around for this.
I don't. Oh, hey. I don't even think a stranded volleyball team would eat this.
You know, it's funny. We have a pal, Delbert. His father had an operation years ago, and he was laid up. So my mom made this big old thing of soup or something, and I brought it down to him, and Delbert would not touch it.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I remember that story, and I remember thinking I would do exactly the same thing Delbert did.
Yeah, I remember his father would be like, "What's the matter with you?" He's like, "There ain't no way in hell I'm eating that."
Len brings you food. First thing you do is sit back to watch and see if he's eating it.
You go ahead. I'm just trying to find some pictures on my phone here. Oh yeah,
that's rule number one. Or you want to be there to watch him prepare it the whole time.
Oh, come on.
Hey, what's the most interesting place you've ever visited?
Curacao, the Dutch Caribbean.
The Dutch Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Very awesome place.
Great story. All right.
Yep.
I
was in a wolf den one time.
Oh. I was flying over South America and with a bunch of volleyball players, and my plane went down.
No way.
Yeah.
How'd you survive?
I ate the volleyball players. If they had been rugby players, they would have kicked my ass. But the meat
would have been tough.
just volleyball. Who am I kidding? Volleyball players would kick my ass easily.
Yeah, these volleyball players are flabby, you know. Yeah, the rugby players like us meat is tough as hell. Gonna kill this airplane and have any salt kicking around. Yeah, they season it, you know. Like, remember when we watched that movie? They were like drying it out in the sun, like making jerky out of it. Like,
Yep.
I don't know.
Mm.
I think they're a bunch of sick sons of bitches.
They had to survive, Len. They had to survive.
Well, I guess it's better than a freshly sliced ham.
There, there was a South Park where they were trapped, and they were trapped for like inside a building for like 5 minutes, and one of them was like, we're gonna have to start eating some people to survive. Like, what? Next thing you know, somebody else said it, and somebody else was like, "Where are you people diabetic?"
Yeah, imagine the story them guys told, like, you know, it's a couple of years later, but so you know they had to answer questions.
They just released another a remake of that movie on Netflix, like within the last year. Plus, they've done countless interviews about it and stuff, and documentaries about it. And
can you imagine if they found out after they rescued the plane that there's like this hidden compartments right full of like canned meat and stuff?
There was a Denny's right over the hill.
What did they tell the people's loved ones who they did and didn't eat? Like, oh, you know,
it was pretty horrific, Len.
Yeah, like they all sat around and had a laugh about it.
Right. Len.
I don't want nothing with bones in it.
I see you've upset our audience.
They're just hungry. They're hangry.
That's what it is. You know, that's the part I'm not looking forward to about this trip I have coming up is me and my wife don't travel well. And part of it is that she gets hangry. Ooh. And Florida was designed by whoever designed the roadways in Florida. Hate them. Because everything is like you're on the main highway and it's like, there's food over here. I am. There's food over here. It's 40 minutes off this exit. You know, it's like everything is like, yeah.
They're trying to deter the old folks. That's all the old people move to Florida. They're hoping that they die before they get to the restaurant.
That's what it is.
Let's put the Denny's out there, and chances are they won't make it.
No.
If they get stranded, they'll eat each other.
What's the weirdest compliment that you've ever received? Now, this is oh my God, Lenny, this is a long time ago, but had a couple, and I'm definitely not in this category. Not that I was then either, but had a couple of girls tell me different times that if I was taller, I would be hot, which whatever. But it's like height shaming. Height shaming is still allowed. You can't fat shame. You can't fat shame people. You can't pick on them for this or that. But it's still okay to height shame. So I'm 5'7", and people are still obsessed with it.
That's kind of like, was it supposed to be a compliment or an insult?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it may be a compliment, but backhanded compliment.
If you stood on a 5-gallon pail, you'd be sweet on the lips. Compliment.
But the question was, was directed towards you, Len. So the weirdest compliment.
The weirdest compliment. Oof. Compliments are far and few these days, so I'd have to go back in the archives.
Get to say, I know the feeling.
I probably couldn't even think of one.
Okay, that's okay.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
If you had a personal robot assistant, what would you have it do?
We gotta change the subject. No one kidding.
This is an R-rated show, not an X-rated show.
I'd have it keep watch while I prepared everybody's food. Andy?
Sorry about that. That was complete accident.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I just went with it. Like, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have it keep watch.
That's what I was trying to do before I kicked myself off the stage.
Mhm.
It was totally worth it. Totally worth it.
It was.
Yes.
Mhm.
What's the strangest gift you've ever received?
Pair of underwear.
Hmm?
A pair of underwear from people we used to camp with.
Wow.
Kind of an older couple. Yeah, and it was like,
You had
Yeah.
at first I was like, that's strange, but it's not that,
yeah, they were kind of like red. I don't know if they're boxers or yeah. We were like, it was odd. That's not something you buy an acquaintance from camp.
My grandparents got me plastic coat hangers for Christmas
Oh.
one year.
That's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yep.
Did you ever
The
use them?
same yeah. In the same year, they gave my sister their old black and white TV.
Oh man, they were
So-
cleaning her attic out.
So I got to hang the clothes up, and she got to watch the Cosby Show in black and white. No, it didn't have a remote. It was a
Even better yet.
yeah.
That's
Which I looked down at my coat hangers and I looked at her TV and what the fuck did I do to you guys?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I want to know what Heathcliff's doing to these women too.
I don't care if it's in color or not.
Yeah. I mean, he's drugging these women.
And the craziest thing you've ever done on a dare?
Ooh.
Naked tripods?
I was gonna say there never had to be a dare.
Right? That's true. Yeah.
There's just a long list of some funny stuff. How about the time I pooped in a cooler at a party because I really had to go to the bathroom?
I was at that party.
Yeah,
And you were getting people to dig deeper into the cooler for stuff after all.
I just dragged the cooler back and actually it was such a good idea that I had a friend of ours used the same commode.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we dragged it back.
I remember seeing the same guy, and the same guy digging deep into that cooler after that you had tricked into drinking your bottle of your pee.
Oh yes, he loved it
so much that he had two. Didn't he have two?
He had two.
And
he ended up throwing up a whole package of Oreo cookies
after drinking 2 bottles of pee. I mean,
now, we all cleared out. Remember, I peed in the bottle. It was.
I wasn't there for that. I only heard the story for that one.
It was Bud Ice, and Bud Ice was kind of like barely goldish colored anyway. Capped it, put it in the fridge, and here comes this big flumpy Humpty Dumpty through the door. And I said, "Why don't you slam a beer with me, you big fun bus you?" So I figured the first initial gulp, it was just gonna. No, he pounded her down. Slammed the bottle on the table and he was all proud of himself. So I prepared another one. And
the second one was room temperature, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had to have been. Yeah, at that point I think he was shittered anyways. But yeah, it didn't stay. The second one didn't stay down long. No, the Oreo cookies, the whole works.
Years later, like just recently, within the last couple of years, 2 or 3 years, he started phoning my sister, trying to talk to her. And I was like, no, I could tell you some funny stories.
He was phoning her.
No, not phoning her. Probably nobody phones. Probably like online or something, chatting her up or something. Yeah. But she wasn't interested. She
I wasn't always the role model citizen I am today.
Yes. I like that, Len.
He was thirsty, Andy.
He was thirsty. You helped the man out.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I told him there's a beer in the fridge. Why don't you pound it down with me? I enjoyed my brewski. He enjoyed his brewski.
So much that he went back for seconds. I mean,
he did. He went back for another one.
I like it.
That's
Veggie
living.
boy.
Living.
Living. So now we know Len a little bit better. That was our segment, and yeah.
See ya.
Yes, I don't have anything for that.
No.
How would you like some funny news, Len?
Oh, I love funny news.
There was an 81-year-old that was arrested after police say he terrorized a California neighborhood with a slingshot. While conducting an investigation, detectives learned that during the course of 9 to 10 years, dozens of citizens were being victimized by a serial slingshot shooter, which is not an easy thing to say, but I just nailed it. Let me see. The man suspected of breaking windows, car windshields, and narrowly missing people with ball bearings shot from a slingshot, the statement said. No injuries were reported. Azusa Police Lieutenant Jake Bushy said Saturday that detectives learned that most of the ball bearings were shot from the suspect's backyard. We're not aware of any kind of motive other than just malicious mischief, is what the police said. So, you knew that Dennis the Menace had to grow up sometime.
Yeah. Did they say it was a 10-year stretch?
Yeah, 9 to 10 years.
Oh, he
was a serial slingshotter. 81 years old when they caught him.
Oh, yeah.
So he was 71 when it started. So
yeah. God bless him. I want to be his friend.
Yes.
Yeah, see somebody take a ball bearing on the side of the head. Oh.
No injuries reported.
Oh, that's right. What a shame.
And I'm just gonna share. Hold on, share screen. We're gonna go to
internet porn.
Yes. Just because it's easier to share this one. This is an article that struck me as funny. Tofu is great, says a mom while fisting a turkey's ripped out asshole.
It's gross, it says. Tofu is gross. You said great.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Tofu. I wasn't. Oops. I wasn't always.
You ever have tofu?
Yeah, it's gross. I would feel comfortable saying that while fisting a turkey's ripped out asshole too. Your thoughts on tofu? You've had it?
I've never had it. Nope. Never.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Yeah. There was when we both worked in Canton, New York. There was a holistic, all natural store, and somebody went there for lunch and brought back a big thing of little cubes. And I'm like, what in the world is that? They're like, oh, it's tofu. And I'm like, would you like to try it? I said, sure, I'll try it. It just had no flavor at all. And
same place. If I'm thinking of the same place, I directed our friend Delbert in there to buy jeans one day.
And he fell for it?
He started to. He started walking in. I don't know if he started getting cold.
Well, it's right next to a thrift shop.
Yeah, and I threw his hat in there, so he had to go in.
Not always the role model citizen that you are today.
Well, that's like in 7th grade, we were walking by our history teacher's classroom, and a tall, lengthy doofus that was in our class for just a couple of years there, he had a nudie mag of some sort, and I was like, oh, can I see that? Well, I grabbed it and I whipped it in our history teacher's room. And what did he do? He went in after it. And the guy
you got to. It's your nudie mag. We didn't have the internet back then.
Yeah. The teacher started flipping through it. And here he come in to claim his belongings.
Did he get in trouble?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you think about it. That's your source back then
yeah.
You couldn't just go on the internet and look it up.
No, he was willing to take the hit. Yep.
Yeah. That magazine was his world.
I just think he did me a favor because I got to take a peek, and then the history teacher, he got to take a peek.
Yeah,
he felt as though he had to discipline the young feller for it, but damn well he was like.
Was this high school or middle school?
Middle school, like 7th grade-ish.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that guy was a fool, anyways.
Oh, he had multiple dead cells. Yeah.
Yeah, I was never a fan of that asshole.
No, fuck him.
Now, when we got to high school, we had some pretty cool history teachers, but I'm going to move on. Okay. In
about the one that
Miami,
poked us?
him? And the guy
I never.
used to lift weight. I used to lift weights with one too.
Yeah. I was just gonna say we had. I never got poked, but he poked. Remember, he poked.
So the funniest part of that story was RB, our friend RB, was sitting directly behind me, and both RB and myself were certain that he was yelling at me.
Oh, I forgot.
So
about that.
I'm sinking down in my chair a little bit, like, what the fuck did I do? You know, like, I don't understand. And RB, the whole time he's getting yelled at, is sitting behind me going, because he
were getting it.
He thought I was getting it. So like the guy's yelling at him and he's just sitting there laughing while he's getting yelled at, which is just getting him angrier and angrier. And
that's great.
So then he comes
over. Poked.
Yeah.
I forgot about that story.
I was
you were getting in the business.
I was never more relieved.
And he was the one getting yelled at.
We were both, I think everybody in the room was sure that it was me. And
that's a great mistake.
It worked out well in my favor. Miami-Dade police reported that a grown man attacked his father when his father refused to purchase what he wanted at a store. According to the suspect's arrest report, the victim told police that he went with his son, Christopher Justo Castro Renezo, who was 42 years old, of Miami, and the store across from the Dadeland Mall, but his son became angry when he wouldn't buy him what he wanted. Castro Renezo was arrested on the charge of battery of a person 65 or older. As of Wednesday afternoon, he remained at the Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center, where bond is yet to be set. So he's 42 years old, and he's mad that his father wouldn't buy him the crayons.
Crayons! I love crayons! He battered him. He
beat him up. Yeah.
The things you wish you could witness.
Fucking Florida. You know, I'm going to this place voluntarily.
Last week it was about people that take their clothes off to do weird things.
Going to people's homes, into a fast food restaurant. A Florida man offered to pay an officer with a hamburger for oral sex.
Ooh.
So this is finally one I can understand. No. A Pinellas Park man is accused of offering to have oral sex with an undercover St. Petersburg police officer in exchange for one hamburger. According to the arrest affidavit, Frank Capone, 57, propositioned a female officer he thought was a prostitute. So he was going to pay her with a hamburger.
A hungry prostitute.
Authorities arrested him on prostitution charge. It's unclear what type of burger was allegedly offered.
Yeah,
I love that they included that.
If there was bacon on it, it might have been a go.
Right.
Even though she was like, well, I don't know, there's bacon on it, you know. There's bacon. Bacon.
Same town or same county, maybe. I don't know. Pinellas, Florida. Maybe I got to go to this place. Florida man bites a bar manager's finger during an argument over a dog not being allowed into the bar.
He was a poker.
On Sunday evening, Kenneth Alvin Davis III, 27 years old, tried to enter the Undertow Beach bar with his friends and a dog.
Mm-hmm.
According to the affidavit, the group got unruly when they were told they could not bring the dog inside. That's when Davis III lunged at the manager and bit his finger, the affidavit said. The manager, in return, punched Davis in the face. Officials said that the rest of the group began fighting and punching the bar staff and had to be separated as deputies arrived, according to the document.
They were all dating the same dog.
Can you imagine somebody bites your finger?
Ow, you fucker!
Of course.
Bites his finger.
I mean, my daughter bit my titty. That was the most fucking painful thing I've ever felt, and I felt a lot of painful stuff. I can't talk right now, but
Andy, that's the second time you've mentioned she's biting.
she's a biter.
Why, Andy?
Bit me. I said
Why?
no. I said no.
Oh,
She leaned in and was like, ah.
Ooh.
Like,
You better make sure you're never taking a leak and reprimand her. No. Ah! Kids don't know what to do and not.
Kids don't know.
They don't know what they're not supposed to put in their mouths at this point.
I'm not even joking about that. That's
Well, yeah, we'll keep that clean. We'll end it there.
Okay. So North Korea flew 260 feces-filled balloons across the border to South Korea. Authorities said that timers and explosives were attached to a string connected to the balloons and the trash-filled packages in order to make the balloons burst after a certain amount of time had passed. They also checked whether propaganda leaflets are among the contents of the balloons. Tuesday's incident of launching dirty balloons is not unprecedented. A similar event occurred in 2016 when North Korea sent balloons packed with cigarette butts and used toilet paper. The Joint Chiefs of Staff of South Korea condemned North Korea's balloon launch, saying it violated the international law and seriously threatened the safety of Korean people. It also sternly advised North Korea to immediately cease such inhumane and tacky actions. Military personnel specializing in handling of biological, chemical, and radiological evidence or agents and explosives are collecting the balloons on the ground, the Joint Chiefs of Staff said.
You know, somebody had to stuff them.
Yeah. I mean,
Savior used toilet paper. We got our use for it.
Not just that. I mean, we were at war with North Korea for a long time. These people.
Hey, what if they made giraffes out of them and whatnot?
I mean, I'm just thinking these are not serious people, but they do serious things, I guess. But
imagine having a balloon pop and be like,
imagine the first one, like, oh, look, a balloon.
What the fuck is that?
The timer. Debris.
It's debris. Bob.
Bob. I didn't hear back from the Schnozcast after last episode. Maybe they've that was too much. That was no, I don't think so. I think it was a holiday weekend and we just didn't hear. But
Todd had to walk his dog and his dog was hungry. That ate human shit.
Well, you know what? Makes me wonder if Todd has ever walked his dog in South Korea.
Oh, yeah, balloons.
This keeps happening. It keeps getting worse.
I wonder what would happen with their friendship if Todd's dog ate Bob's shit accidentally or somewhat intentionally.
Or intentionally.
If he caught Bob planting his shit.
Yeah. He looked out his window and saw Bob squatting in the backyard.
The dog slowly going over for a look. No! Fido! Yes.
We just gave them ideas. They don't live in the same state, but we just still did give them some ideas. So
sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Ready? Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
A wanted man in Florida found with drugs after getting lost in the woods for calling deputies for help. He got so lost in the woods, knowing that there was warrants out for his arrest, he still called the police. He dialed 911 and said, "Come find me."
I'm behind the oak tree down here.
And they arrested him.
Oh man, what a kick in the ass, huh? You know what they should have done is before when they got like 10 feet from him, they should have released all the hot dogs. Get him!
He's trying to get away. You start squatting. I saw a radio show that they'll stop and eat the shit.
Yeah. You have a steak. You have a steak or a hot dog or anything. Shit. It works. It really works. And we're giving all these criminals ideas now.
I know, yeah.
I don't have to shit.
We do have a large criminal following, so I don't.
Yeah. We're popular in all the prisons.
Yes, they all jerk off to us.
They're like, "Hey, man,
Yeah.
that guy was in the Olympics."
Oh, sorry.
Oh, light them suckers on fire.
Oh,
Oh, oh. You're sick. Sick.
sorry. Florida couple was accused of having sex on a Naples pier. And when the police confronted them, the woman jumped into the water off the pier. I'm just like, stop. Fuck this.
Yeah. That means a guy stood there.
Yeah. Well, according to the Naples Police Department, they received multiple calls about a man and a woman having sex on the pier through a locked gate at about 4:30 p.m. When the officers arrived at the scene, they said they found Alicia Razzo, who was 20 years old, and Zadok Westfield, who was 23, engaged in intercourse. According to the report, they both stood up and looked disheveled. The woman stepped to the edge of the pier, and after being told not to by the police, they say she jumped in the water before she was picked up by the beach patrol. Westfield, he didn't flee, and he was escorted off the pier by police. He just got laid. He didn't care.
How's he give a shit?
A witness stated that she was with 4 children when they noticed a couple having sex on the pier. The children were 7 to 15 years old. I don't care. My kids see something like that.
Like, look.
That's health class. See?
It'll save you the talk.
See what they're doing right now? That's like, I mean, people say that they shouldn't take, like, I mean, probably not young kids. Anyways, I'm a big Vegas guy. I love Vegas. Are you frozen or are you actually just
No,
it's frozen? No. Say you shouldn't take your kids to Vegas. It's like, I don't care if they see stuff. I can explain that to them.
Oh, let them see. Let them see.
Look
how we turned out.
Exactly.
We saw it. We loved it.
That might not be a great argument, Len.
No.
No.
There's somebody in your window.
Let them look. It's okay. It's okay.
It's the wolf.
We got some feedback on the stone sex toys. That was great.
Oh yeah. What are you building there?
I don't know. When I'm done, I'm gonna stick it up my ass.
Oh yes, you are.
Or yours.
What are you?
Yeah.
Well, that's funny, Andy. I like it.
That's good.
I like it.
Yes.
Ready? I like it.
So yeah. So this show was a turd.
Ready? Yes. We'll do a theme show. Maybe next week we'll plan some kind of theme.
Want to
show.
do a theme show? Hey, you guys want to see a theme show? Let us know what kind of theme show you would like. It's our 20th episode.
Oh, that's right.
Make a
We have to
big
keep that in
deal
mind.
about this one. So give us your ideas of how you would like this. Maybe you would like to send it. So we had the birthday message where we had some of our listeners send in some videos, recordings. If you would like to do something like that for our 20th episode,
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah.
that would be so much fun. Oh, let me I have you can send stuff to me at, hold on, gotta get there. I don't know where it is.
Hurry, you idiot.
There. Andy B at thenonsensezone.com. I would love to hear from you if you have ideas or if you just wanted to send us a video saying something stupid. Nudity is encouraged, especially from our friends.
Please.
Yeah. Jack, you want to show us that big old hog of yours? I mean, we'll put it on the show.
Oh yes, we'll name it.
Yes,
we'll name that big, huge cockadoodle-doo.
We'll have to see it first. Got to
So,
see what.
I would say maybe like by Tuesday, Wednesday, if we don't get a lot of feedback or something like that, we could just come up with some kind of fun
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause
Yeah.
chances are none of you ungrateful fuckers will send us anything.
I know all the people that watch, and then all the other people that listen that could send in a video. I mean, come on.
So disappointing. I lose sleep over it.
Mhm. Mhm. Oh yeah,
But yeah, that would be fun. That would be a way to include our fans on our 20th episode,
that's right.
which we would love to do because we do this because it's fun. But no, we also do this to try to put smiles on people's faces.
Yeah, smiley
All
fool.
right, I set out with doing the show with all these great, like, oh, I wanted, and none of that shit happened. But it's still, maybe we made some people smile when they really needed a smile.
That's right.
And that's where we're here.
Yes.
Pardon,
Yes. Mhm.
pardon me.
You learned that from the
So-
foreigners.
Yes. Foreigners are still here. Yes. And again,
Mhm.
I'm going to go see the Foreigners at some point, and I love the Foreigners, and I love to see their home, but I don't want to cross that fucking pond. It's
Mm.
too goddamn long to be on a plane.
Yes.
Too frightened.
Ready? Yes.
Yes.
Well, fuck you, Andy. We'll see you later.
Fuck you, Len. Let's just go.
Yeah. Piss off.
So, piss off. Fuck the normal things that I say.
Fuck 'em.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Fuck off.
Fuck you.
Good night. Fuck. Fuck.